Hey everyone, this is Anna and thanks so much for visiting my channel. Tonight I'm going to share with you I think it's the 8th video in the series where I'm sharing my completed card stash. And I'm going to be sharing the just because or hello type of cards that I have in my stash. If you check my channel, you'll find a playlist where I go over my Valentine cards, the Easter and spring cards, the chicken cards, the masculine cards, the thank you and miss you cards, and then lastly I did 2 videos, one with gardening and one with floral. So if you're interested in seeing those, I do have a playlist on my channel called completed card handmade card share, something like that. You'll find it in my playlists. So let's go ahead and get started at taking a look at the completed cards that I have in the just because or hello category. So these cards are not in any particular order. They'll just be shared how I have them stored in my little container here. So the first card is from Images from Impression Obsession. It was created using the vintage watercolor technique from the Split Coast Stampers Technique Forum. And once you have the image stamped in a reactive ink, like a distress ink, then you add additional color from colored pencil or some other dye-based ink, even watercolor, and it gives just a real subtle look like that and pulls the browns from the stamped image into your colored image. And then I have some music stamped in the background, and then it's all spritzed with water to make the colors bleed a little bit. So I think this card's really lovely and quite appropriate that it has a little sticker on there that says "Life is Lovely." So that's one of my all-time favorite cards. Then there's this card that I made with some dies from Impression Obsession. It uses the wacky or crazy stitched frame here on the background. It uses a salt box house and the fence line there, and then one of the sheep, and then a sentiment banner as well, all from Impression Obsession. And I just love those dies. Here's another one made with some of the Prim dies, and oh, this is a thank you card that looks like it got slipped in there. So there's another one of the sheep, the black one there in the corner, and then the sheep die also comes with this side profile sheep, and then there's the primitive tree with the 2 birds, and then I also used a heart there, which I believe is from the Heart at Home die. So real cute. I love primitive style art, and so it was a real treat to be able to get to design some primitive style dies for Impression Obsession. So I love these. This card was made with images from Tim Holtz's Snarky Cats. This is 2 cat images there, and in the background I use some Impression Obsession stamps just to add a little bit of visual interest there to the background. And then Relax, We're All Crazy. It's not a competition. I think it's just from one of his little snarky chat clip art type books where you snip out the little sentiments you want to use. Here's a card made with images from Impression Obsession. This particular card is watercolored, and then I added some gold glitter to the petals of the flower. And I think that card turned out really lovely. Here's another card made with images and dies from Impression Obsession. This card was, the images on this card were just released in January, I believe. And then this is the mid-size stitched frame from Impression Obsession. Here's another card I made with images from Impression Obsession. Again, this one was created pretty recently and using that same antique watercolor technique. And I really love it. It's really fun to do. So if you've not tried it, I really encourage you to try. I do have a video, I believe, on the making of this card on my channel. You can see the process. Here's another one made with images from Impression Obsession. What if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? And this one is watercolored. And also very recently, I made this little Raggedy Ann card. Those are an image from Whippersnapper Designs, the Raggedy Ann with her chicken. And then in the background, I used images from Impression Obsession to just add some visual interest to the background. Also very recently, I made this chicken card with images from Whippersnapper Designs. So it's kind of fitting that these fall into the hello or just because category. And then here I made this card recently as well with my gnome girl, potted gnome girl stamp from Whippersnapper Designs. So I'll move these out of the way because there's a whole bunch more. Here's a card that I made with images from Impression Obsession. Sprinkle a little fairy dust. And most of the time I don't finish the inside of my cards until I'm ready to send them. So I might I usually keep any scraps of pattern paper I have right by my cutting table. And so it's really easy for me to flip through and find something that coordinates, if not even just the same paper, and add a little banner inside or just a sentiment quote here. So most of my cards are unfinished on the inside, which is why I don't show you most of the insides. Here's another card I made with an image from Impression Obsession. Isn't she adorable? And she's got lots of glitter on her wings. And here's a card I made a long time ago with an image from High Hopes rubber stamps. This was the Crazy Cat Lady. I really love how I colored this one. I think it's fun. I love all those little kitty faces, especially this one here on the side. So it's real cute. See, it's also blank inside. Here's another card made with an image from High Hopes rubber stamps. This is also one of my favorites. This image was colored with alcohol markers, and I just really love how the coloring turned out. Here's a card I made with images from Impression Obsession, and frame dies as well from Impression Obsession. And this is kind of just a modeled watercolor background where I blended a bunch of colors together. Blended a bunch of colors together and then spritzed it with water, and then wiped that off, and it left the little resist areas there. So I think that one turned out pretty fun. And then here's a card I made with images from Whippersnapper Designs. Happy Hello. And the inside of the one is actually finished, aside from the sentiment. So this is what I'll typically do on the inside, is I'll add a layer and then a place to write on, and then I'll add a couple banners, or I'll add a strip across the bottom or the top of the pattern paper. So I think that card turned out really cute. And there's more. Here's a card made with an image from Inky Antics. This is one of my favorite images. Life is Good. And she has a sparkly little tank top on there. There's glossy accents on her coffee mug, and then glossy accents on her slippers too that are also sparkly. And then the background there I embossed with a dot embossing folder. Here's another card I made with that same image. So very similar. And again, this is from Inky Antics. Here's a card I made with images from Picket Fence Studio. These little cats and their camera doing selfies. And then I have another card made with that same stamp set, and it looks like that. Again, also from Picket Fence Studio. And then here's an old card I made long time ago. I haven't been able to part with this one. This is an image from High Hopes rubber stamps, and it's just the woodland animals stack, and I just love how this turned out. And yet there's more. Here's another card made with images from Picket Fence Studio. Cute little kitties. And here's a card that I made with one of my Whippersnapper Designs images. This is called Puppy School. And he's... Oh no, excuse me, this one is Puppy Love. There's another one of this same dog. He's going to school with a stack of books. But this one I think is called Puppy Love. And so he's delivering flowers and love notes and a bone out to his sweetheart. And then I embossed the background here with a paw embossing folder. Here's a card I made with an image from Penny Black. And then this is just a sticker here across the top. I love those little pigs. They are adorable. And I actually did some real sewing machine stitching around the outside edge there. Real cute. Here's a card I made with a stamp from Whippersnapper Designs and a die from Paper Tray Ink. And then this is an alcohol background that has the foil adhered to it where the alcohol ink was not quite dry. I think that's real pretty. And then here is a card I made with images from Impression Obsession. Cute little bear. I love those little paper roses too. Lots of glitter on that bear. There's a wood grain embossing folder in the background. This is a deckled circle die, and then the background stamp here is also from Impression Obsession. Here's another card I made with images from Impression Obsession. There's no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. I also used that on a card recently that I sent to a friend. So I love that little bear. And let's see, there's more. Two little stacks here. So here's another card I made with images from Impression Obsession. I love the campy feel of this. Here's one I made with really old images from Stampin' Up. Just a little teeny tiny Friends image with the little flowers there and the heart. And there's a little bit of glitter there on both of those images. So that's really cute. Here's a card I made with images from Memory Box. Hey, good looking. This should probably be in my Valentine's Day stash. Here's a card made with images from Whippersnapper. Probably a cling mount set based on the size, and then same thing with the sentiment. So, and then the background there is watercolored. Cute. Here's a card made with images from Stampin' Up. Again, this is like a blast from the past. These little sewing ladies, they're like the ladies that would be on the front of a pattern, a sewing pattern. And then I did use a little silver sewing machine embellishment there. Cute. This card was made with images from Picket Fence Studio. And again, those paper flowers. Still blank on the inside. Good grief. Sorry for the interruption there. I got a call from, it was a spam call, telling me that I had a package seized by Borders that had drugs and paraphernalia in it. Good grief. Why? What will they think of next? This card was made with images from Impression Obsession. I love this card. I really love this embossing folder in the background. It's like a knit sweater. I think this is the Fun Stamper's Journey embossing folder. There's that card. Here's one of my favorites. This card was made using images from Hero Arts, and this is a smaller card. This card is 3.5 by 5. I love these little owls. Well, these big owls. It's quite a large image, actually. So real cute. Here's a card I made with some cling mount sets from Whippersnapper. Just on a watercolor background. Here's another card made with images from Whippersnapper. I don't know if she's available anymore. She might have been retired. Country Bumpkin. And I just love her little flowers. The flowers in her hat, the flowers in her bouquet. Here's a card made with images from Impression Obsession. And another one with images from Impression Obsession. And both of these have a watercolor background. So it's real cute. Another card made with images from Impression Obsession. There's some glue strands there. I haven't lost my mind. Half of it wandered off and the other half went looking for it. That's so me. Cute. And here's a couple of old ones from Stampendous. Those images are stamped on a cotton paper and watercolored with reinkers. And then same with this card as well. The image is from Stampendous and it's stamped on a cotton paper and watercolored with reinkers. So those are the cards I have to share with you in the hello or just because category. And I hope you enjoyed. I think we'll go ahead and get started on some of the other categories later this week, including birthday and birthdays for the kiddos, encouragement and sympathy. And then that would just leave basically Christmas, fall, Halloween, and winter. So thanks again for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And I guess until we talk again, have a great rest of your day and take Take care. Bye.